guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna rip my cousin's edges out and make this the most painful experience ever. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
The truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off.
Shout out to them people.
What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl DOPEaxxPANA, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I do my large triangle part box braids. And I blew my cousin's hair out because I actually washed it for her. So here it is, nice and clean, and oh my god, I'm in love with her texture. It's just so beautiful. And today I'm going to be using diamond edges to define my parts. And y'all, I've been calling this Black Panther Strong Edge Control because that's what it says on the side of it, but I think it might really be called diamond edges. So yeah, I'm using that to define my parts today. I love to use product to like make my parts super defined, so that's why I always put edge control on my part and kind of go over it. It just helps like clear any hair out the pathway and like makes the part HD. And I have had people in my comments complain like, why did she use product, or why did she put edge control on the scalp? And I mean, y'all have all these theories about how it's damaging, but like I need some receipts because I've never had a client complain that it's damaging to their hair. So I love to do it. It's super satisfying for me. Now, when I'm doing triangle parts, I always pre-part out each section, and that's just because sometimes when you part as you go, you'll end up with like parts that are not fully triangles, like they're weird shapes, and that's just because you might run out of room. So I always like to pre-part my sections. Next, I'm taking my edge control or whatever product you decide to use, and I'm gonna define the actual triangle parts, and then I'm also just putting a little bit at the root to make the root hold a little bit tighter. So to start my box braid, I'm using the 3-strand method, and if you would like to see this method in detail, you can go ahead and click the top right corner. I have a how to start box braid tutorial, and this method is definitely in there. So if you need to see like a better angle, you guys can go ahead and watch that video and then come back here. Now I'm not using rubber bands for this just because like there has been a little bit of controversy over the use of rubber bands. People asking, you know, does it break the client's hair? And the answer to that question is it potentially can if it's not taken out correctly, if it's put too tight, and also when you take down box braids that are used like that where rubber bands are used, sometimes there is a little bit of buildup around where the rubber band is, and if that's not taken out properly, then it can cause breakage. So I'm showing you guys how to do this without using rubber bands just because I know some people like really are against using rubber bands, which is totally fine. I just wanted to show you guys like it could be done and still look bomb. And these aren't like super huge. Some people would probably consider these medium. This is like my version of large. But I can also do like a super jumbo box braid tutorial with no rubber bands. If you guys would like to see that also, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. So in this next clip, you guys will be able to see how I tuck my client's natural hair underneath the purple hair so that only purple is showing. And really the key to tucking is just making sure that the natural hair is underneath the synthetic hair. So make sure that it's always covered by the synthetic hair. You should never see like any of the client's natural hair on top. And this is actually not like a tucking tutorial, but I figured since I'm doing it in this video, I just kind of wanted to explain it a little bit. But I'm actually going to be doing a tutorial where I'm doing a full like different color on my client, and you guys will be able to see just a better angle and view. I'll make sure you guys can really see how I started. But really that's just the key, because I believe that I'm actually like gripping it the same in the beginning. I'm just really making sure that her natural hair is underneath like the purple synthetic hair, and that's how you just make sure that like the braid is all one color. I think it looks so tacky when you can see the client's natural hair through color. So like I always try to make sure that I tuck their natural hair in. going from ear to ear, and I'm actually going to have 2 rows that go from ear to ear. So this is that first row that's going to do that. And I'm just making sure that as I'm pre-parting out these triangles, I'm trying to match the lines up with the lines on the bottom. And that's kind of just a trick to make your triangle parts look a lot more neat and just like in line and in place with each other, is to make sure that the lines are matching the lines from the row before it. Sorry if that sounds confusing. Hopefully that makes some sense. For this style, I did a total of 33 braids, and I know like you guys like to know how many braids I do for each style, but really I think it depends like on the client, because some people have, you know, thicker hair, so you don't need to do as many rows, or vice versa, or just different head shapes. So I'm not sure if you guys like ask that because you want to know how many braids to actually do, or like how many braids to use per pack of hair. Like, I'm not really sure why you guys ask that, but I will say that like I never do the exact same amount on every single client unless it's maybe like jumbo box braids. So this is the view after I actually finished the second row that went from ear to ear, and I kind of just made sure that for this one I parted it more like kind of so that there's a box shape to it instead of like round, and that's to make sure that like all of it can fit triangles and that I only have 2 rows left in the top. So for that top section that's left out, I'm going to be splitting that in half and doing 4 box braids on each side. So here you guys can see how I split that in half, and I parted out 4 triangles, and I'm going to do the same exact thing on the opposite side. And this does make a part down the middle, so if your client does not want to part down the middle, then a trick that I do is kind of just like leave this part here, but I braid the box braids in whatever direction she wants the part to go to, if that makes sense. So for the finishing touches, I do go in and put mousse on her hair, and I use Vigorous styling mousse always, and this just creates an extra hold, extra shine, and it also lays down any flyaway hairs. And for this video, I don't know why, but I didn't record the dipping section, but you guys should know by now that I do dip the ends of the hair in boiling hot water, and that's just to loosen the braids up and also to seal them so that they don't unravel. So yeah guys, here's my finished look here. I did go ahead and tie some colorful string on it, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys took a tip or 2 away from this. And like I said, if you're interested in seeing a tucking video, make sure you guys leave that below in the comment section. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!
Guess who back in the house? Heels click clack in a bound. Fine fresh